Hi, my name is Jam. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel reading comes from Luke chapter 19, verses 12 to 28. And here, Jesus is saying a parable about the master who had to go away for a while and so put his servants in charge of some talents or coins or whatever term is used in the version that you are reading. But basically, this is a passage that we probably have encountered several times before, and it would often speak to us about caring for the gifts that we have been given, allowing them to multiply and grow, and to give glory to God who has given them to us. Today, I'd like us to think about the things that the Lord has entrusted to us and how we relate to them, how we see them, and therefore how we see ourselves in relation to God and to these things that He has given us. Stewardship means that these things that have been given to us do not belong to us. And this is one of the things that I'd like us to take away from this reading today. The master, before he left, said to the servants, "Engage in trade with these until I return." He didn't say, "These things are yours now. Do with them as you please." No, he made it clear that those things were his, that he was only entrusting it to the care of the servants until such time that he would want them back, that he would want to retrieve them because they were his in the first place. The same is true for us as Christians. The things that we have now, the gifts that we have been given, the talents that have been bestowed to us, these are things that are meant to point us to God. All created things are meant to point us to the one who created them. All things that have been given to us are meant to point us back to the one who gave them to us. And so this is how we are meant to relate to the things in our lives, our careers, our education, the family that we have been given, our responsibilities in life. Whatever it is, whatever blessing, whatever gift we have received, they are meant to allow us to see ourselves as mere stewards. They are meant to point us back to the one who has given them to us, and that is God Himself. And what is the greatest gift that God has entrusted to us? It is probably not, material possessions. It is our life itself. God has entrusted us with life here on earth. But He is saying, your life belongs to me. I'm simply asking you to take care of it, to steward it well. Your life is a gift from me. Your life, therefore, is meant to point you back to me. And so with this in mind, how then would we live our lives? How then are we meant to live each day, morning until evening, with the knowledge that life is meant to point us back to God, and with the knowledge that it is not ours in the first place? And who's our greatest example of what it means to steward our life well? Friends, it is Jesus Himself. It is Jesus Himself who lived life on earth, not for Himself, but for the good of others. What was the greatest thing He did with His life on earth? He laid it down for us, that we might be saved. He laid it down not for His own glory. He didn't have anything to get out of it. He laid it down for the good of others. How are we being called to live? How are we being called to steward our life? What would that look like? To acknowledge that my life is not my own. My life has been given to me by God and is therefore meant to point me back to God. What would it look like for me to steward my life as Jesus did his own? May God bless you.